here at Trout Lake, Yellowstone National Park. We're here late morning. It's about 10:45, about 20 degrees according to the car. We got about 1.5 inches of snow overnight, so the trail could be a little slippery. And it looks like I'm the first person here this morning. I've done Trout Lake a ton of times, or in the summer, but I've never been here in the winter. Because of the light snowfall, it's really quiet in the park right now, so it is entirely possible that I will be the only one here this morning. Let's find out. I'm just cresting the hill, about to see Trout Lake. As we climb the hill, I don't know if it's just blowing snow or if it's actually snowing, but I think we're actually getting a little bit of snow up here. Wasn't doing anything at the time down by the road, but things can change quite quickly here in Yellowstone. Let's make our way down the hill, go check out Trout Lake. Wow, this is so pretty up here. It's nice and quiet. It looks like I may not have been the first person here. It looks like someone came up early this morning. I've never seen Trout Lake covered in snow, but it must be frozen enough that people can walk on it. It's so pretty up here. It's nice and quiet. I'm going to loop around the lake counterclockwise, cross the little bridge there where the trout spawn, make my way around, cross the bridge down to the waterfalls, come back up here. Well, as it turns out, some of these downhill bits are just about solid ice covered in snow. So I'm going to tread even carefully now, lest I slip and fall once again. But the flat bits, no, this is all ice. Huh. What do you know? Cool. We have made it to the little bridge where the trout spawn in, say, June or so, sometime early summer-ish. I'll insert a video from a couple years back where you can see them floating around. So it's interesting. The creek here is very much still flowing, and you can see once we go out to the lake where it freezes over. So it makes me wonder just how frozen the top of the lake is there. And I'm thinking it may be best that we don't find out. Now, in addition to this trail, there are another 2 lakes. There's one back there, and one back over the hill. Went to the one behind me, Shrimp Lake, last summer. And it was a pretty little hike. It takes maybe 20 minutes to get back there, but it's totally algae covered. It's all green and just not overly attractive. But I think next summer I'll climb this hill directly to the east there, go to Shrimp Lake, which is supposed to be much cleaner and prettier. Now, I don't think there's as much of a trail to that one, but I know it's due east, and it shouldn't be that hard to find. I'm about 2/3 of the way around Trout Lake now. Fortunately, the west side seems to be a lot less slick than the east, so that's good. There's this hill right behind me there, and I suspect it blocks some of the sun and doesn't let the snow melt, whereas the east side, it gets more sun, lets the snow melt, and then it freezes and then turns to ice. So what I think I'm going to do is go around this bend here, climb up the hill behind me, and then take a look at Lamar Valley, which is just over the hill. It should be a pretty good view right now with the fresh snow and this odd little bit of sunlight. It's been cloudy for 2 or 3 days now. This is the first time the sun has poked its head out. So we're going to take advantage of that sun. Here we are at the top of this little hill. I misspoke slightly earlier. I said we'd get a good view of Lamar Valley. Technically, Lamar Valley doesn't open up until you get past that corner there. Technically, this is Soda Butte Valley, named after the Soda Butte, which you can view just down there. But regardless, nice open view, a little bit of fresh snow. No cars on the road, and I don't see any bison. In the summer, it's not uncommon to have bison wandering around in the valley and sometimes coming up here. We're just around the bend from the little bridge that traverses the small waterfall, and I can very distinctly hear running water. So I do not think I would be brave enough to try to walk on this lake, though there are some snow-covered footprints from people and animals that appear to have been that brave. There we go, Trout Lake in the winter. A mild snow year like this with just, a couple inches of fresh snow and not much more than that, it's pretty doable without snowshoes. I could see in a more typical winter you may need snowshoes and absolutely need trekking poles to help you not fall. The snow is a little deeper, but not overly necessary this year. It was a little slick on the east side and a little slow going coming down because it's steep, but no ice coming down, unlike the east side. And everything else is quite doable.